A Boeing 777 vanished, 239 people gone. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 was en route to Beijing. Then, something went terribly wrong. The aircraft deviated from its planned path. It turned west, then south, crossing the Malay Peninsula. No one knows why. Military radar tracked the plane for over an hour. But no distress call was made. The transponder was turned off deliberately. The largest search in aviation history began. Ships and planes scoured millions of square kilometers. But no wreckage was found for years. Official reports concluded the plane ran out of fuel and crashed in the southern Indian Ocean. But new evidence challenges this. Satellite data reveals the plane made a series of turns. These required human input. The autopilot could not have done this alone. The pilot's home flight simulator contained a route. It ended in the southern Indian Ocean, eerily similar to MH370's final path. Debris washed up on islands thousands of miles apart. Reunion, Mozambique, South Africa, Tanzania. The pieces tell a story of deliberate crash. Some experts believe the plane was flown to a remote location. It may have landed intact. The lack of distress calls suggests a planned event. New analysis of satellite pings indicates the plane flew lower than thought. This reduced fuel consumption. It could have reached Antarctica. The plane was not a ghost flight. Someone was in control until the very end. The mystery of MH370 deepens. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah was a 53-year-old veteran pilot with 18,000 flight hours under his belt. He was described by colleagues as a devoted family man and a passionate aviation enthusiast who loved building flight simulators. After the disappearance, investigators seized his home flight simulator and handed it over to the FBI for analysis. The simulator contained a route that ended in the southern Indian Ocean, eerily similar to 370's final path. Co-pilot Farik Abdul Hamid was just 27 years old and had a promising career ahead of him. Both pilots had passed psychological evaluations and had no known ties to extremist groups or criminal activity. However, Captain Zahari was reportedly going through a marital separation at the time of the flight. By the way, if you like this discussion, don't forget to subscribe. There are many more interesting topics coming up. Lightbulb. He had also been politically active and attended a controversial trial just days before the disappearance. The Malaysian government faced widespread criticism for its handling of the investigation from the very beginning. Military radar data that could have pinpointed the plane's deviation was not released until days after the disappearance. The initial search was focused on the South China Sea, wasting critical time and resources. The official report eventually concluded that the plane was flown off course by an unknown person or persons. This conclusion left more questions than answers, fueling speculation about what really happened that night. The background of the pilots and the investigation's flaws became central to the enduring mystery of Flight 370. The search for 370 became the most expensive in aviation history, costing over $150 million. Underwater sonar mapped thousands of square kilometers of ocean floor, but found no trace of the plane. Then, debris began washing ashore on Reunion Island, thousands of miles from the search zone. More debris appeared in Mozambique, South Africa, and Tanzania, all confirmed to be from 370. The flapron found on Reunion Island showed signs of being raised, suggesting a controlled ditching. This contradicts the theory of a high-speed impact with the ocean, raising new questions. Satellite data from Inmarsat provided the handshake pings that traced the plane's path across the Indian Ocean. The pings indicated the plane flew for about 7 hours after losing contact with air traffic control. New analysis of the pings suggests the plane may have been flying at a lower altitude than previously thought. This lower altitude would have reduced fuel consumption, extending the plane's range significantly. It could mean the plane had enough fuel to reach a remote location like Antarctica. The Australian Transport Safety Bureau concluded the plane likely crashed near the 7th arc. But no wreckage has been found in that area despite extensive searches covering thousands of square miles. AI is changing how we analyze data like these satellite pings. Stay ahead with Horizon Radar, your tool for spotting emerging trends. Link in description. The investigation continues, but the ocean keeps its secrets, and the families still wait for answers. When Tiga Tujuh Nol vanished, it didn't just disappear. It spawned a dozen theories, each more disturbing than the last. Theory 1. Hijackers seized the plane and flew it to a secret location, hidden from the world. But no group claimed responsibility. No ransom was demanded. The plane simply vanished into thin air. Theory 2. The pilot, Zahari, deliberately crashed the plane in a mass murder-suicide. His flight simulator contained a route eerily similar to Tiga Tujuh Nol final path. But was it proof or coincidence? Theory 3. The U.S. military shot down the plane during a joint exercise, mistaking it for a threat. No debris from a shootdown was ever found. And the plane's transponder was switched off before any intercept. Theory 4. A foreign government remotely hijacked the plane using advanced technology, a ghost in the machine. But no evidence of such technology exists. And why would any government hide 239 people? Theory 5. The plane landed on a remote island, and the passengers are still alive, hidden away. Locals in the Maldives reported seeing a low-flying jet that day. But official investigations dismissed it. The disappearance of the black boxes fueled speculation of a cover-up. The Malaysian government withheld key data. The truth may never be known. But the mystery of Tiga Tujuh Nol continues to captivate, haunt, and divide the world. Hi everyone! Quick reminder, subscribe for high-quality daily content. Sparkle's Part 2 is dropping tomorrow. Subscribe for notifications. Loudspeaker.